Well, hello there. Today we are going to be playing Railroads Online. You see, there is the Steam Train Fest still going on, and I picked up a whole bunch of train games. So this one, I think we're just gonna jump in and see how well we do. I guess this is one of the more popular games in the sense that you can build your own tracks and there's a bunch of like industries and stuff for you to service, right? There's also a variety of maps. There's like a desert one that I kind of like, but we're just gonna go with Lake Valley because the size there is quite manageable. Also, why is my microphone so insanely loud? Oh well, anyways, let's just jump in. Now we're gonna be playing mostly on the easier difficulties, just so it doesn't take forever, because one of the immediate critiques of the game is that it can be quite, shall we say, grindy. Also, I might have to move the mic, give me a second. Okay, and so in the beginning we have to choose the starter locomotive. I think Betsy was the one that was originally there. There's also Shay, which is like a geared locomotive, which can pull a lot, but unfortunately is also like insanely loud. You probably don't want to use this. And there's also Montezuma, which is pretty fast, but doesn't have as much like, what would you even call it? Well, it's slippery, basically. And doesn't really like inclines. Also, where'd the music go? Yeah, what the frick is this? The volume keeps resetting and stuff. Let me try to fix this. Okay, very quickly, I'm gonna check whether the train volume isn't too high, because that's one of the other issues, because holy frick, the trains are loud. Let me just quickly build a track just a little bit out and jump into the train and see how I can move. Oh yeah, that is loud. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna tweak the volume just a little bit more and then briefly tell you about the game. There we go. Also, we probably don't want the day and night cycle, just because the nights are horribly dark. Let me... Yeah, actually, look, this is how dark it gets. You do have like a little light, and I guess it can be very atmospheric, but for a stream and like a video on YouTube, way too dark. Is there a way to actually alter that? Doesn't seem like there is. What a bummer. Anyways, let's say morning and varied weather. Something like that. Everything else looks fine. Also, we probably don't want the alerts initially, just because all of the industries are going to be a little bit starved for a while, right? So, how does this game work? Basically, you have locomotives and you need to supply them with wood or coal and also some water, right? Because, you know, steam era. You have freight depots where if you want, you can sell the goods, but apparently it's not the best way to do things. Also, there's various producers. Sometimes you just get like seed pallets, or when there's like a lumberjack or whatever you would call it, it produces wood. And the basic idea is that you can take either the cordwood or the logs and transport it to other industries, right? So, for example, if I took these and brought it over to a sawmill, I could get beams and lumber from the logs, and then I could move those to another industry, and that's how I make money. But as you will notice, there really are no existing tracks. So what you gotta do is you just build your own, right? That's kind of why I can fly. And yeah, you also buy a bunch of like these train cars and attach them to your locomotive. There's also the frick, what do you call it? God dang it, English is difficult. Point is, we got like a tender that carries a bunch of wood and additional water for us, right? And the actual locomotive controls, you can do stuff in first person, or you can just use this like third person management UI and stuff, right? Okay, so there's a water tower. We can fill up on water. Because this thing actually has like a hatch on the back. Now, as you will also notice, we're going really slow. That's because the like brakes are on and stuff. Okay, so we just put this down very awkwardly with the mouse, and then we hope that it kind of like fills up and stuff, right? I have no freaking idea. Is it? Like, see, we don't have that much water. Well, this is slightly embarrassing. It's aligned about as well as we could hope for. Yeah, one of the things I don't really like about a game is that everything is like insanely finicky and oftentimes it just feels broken. Like the idea behind the game is amazing. It's just that the actual experience of playing it really kind of sucks sometimes. Well, things are happening. Yeah, we're filling up very slowly, but it is still working. Let me actually check what my microphone is set up to be. Devices. I think my setup today might be a little bit cursed. Up. Properties, there we go. Yeah, SteelSeries sonar. Maybe my Windows volume is messed up. Frickin' Windows. Give me a second. That's the output and this is the input. Oh no, it's fine. I guess OBS is just having a day. Anyways, we gotta look at the map and figure out where the frickin' sawmill is, right? There's a farm and a water well. That's another industry we could work on. And there's a sawmill here. And we can see that topographically this bit is quite flat, right? This is good. However, this is like in the middle of like a sort of mountainous area. So we need to be kind of careful about how we set stuff up there. Also, what I like to do is ideally I just want to be able to turn the train around, right? But sometimes it's easier to just go like back and forth. There's really no reason not to do that. Because you're gonna have to like stop and load everything up anyways. Another thing that's a little bit annoying is actually having to like load up the trains. It is not as nice as in like Derail Valley. Here you basically load them up car by car and very like slowly and wow. Anyways, look, sawmill. And that's pretty smooth. Now there's also various different types of tracks. For example, if I wanted to, I could build a bridge, right? Like a cross. And there's also a precise mode, well, which I was in. And you can change like how far above ground the actual like track or whatever ends up being. Now, of course, the issue is that if your tracks are too steep, your trains won't really be able to go up. Also, the controls here are a little bit annoying. Well, not horrible or anything, but you know, they work, they could be better, it's fine. So, let's link these up. Good. And this is the beams and the lumber. Where's the input? Surely there's like a little like input thing, right? Or do I just unload on the same side? Well, I see no other platforms, so I'm guessing this is kind of it, right? Yep. So, with that kind of out of the way, I guess we're gonna work on... Actually, I probably need to, like, curve this bit. Back to 100. There we go, just curve away from the shore. Okay, that's pretty fine. I just hope I won't hit like the rocks and stuff, but we might be able to steer clear of those. Because there is derailing in the game. And technically such a shallow curve should allow us to go at speed and not really risk, well, think about the risk of getting derailed and stuff. Now, of course, I will need to clear out the whole, like, forest and everything, right? But that should be fine. Okay, 70. Doesn't seem like there's an easy way for me to, like, make stuff completely straight. There's no, like, singular button to return to the straight mode or whatever. A little bit further on, and then we're gonna have a switch, right? Gosh, I wonder why the weather is so... Would this be better color-wise? No, it still looks really drab. Jeez. Okay, anyways. Approximately like this. Oh, it's a little bit offset. Oh, well, frick it. It's fine. And now we just need to connect those two others. I wonder if I can do it in one go. I get the feeling that I might not be able to, right? Yeah, see, it doesn't like that. Which is another weird thing. I don't get why the game is so finicky. Like, it's the same as with making, you know, proper curves and stuff. If I want basically a circle, I should be able to have a damn circle. Okay. And there. Let's see. Free mode. And this is about as good as it's gonna get. I mean, come on. Another odd thing the game does is it just makes you look at like a weird kind of curve, right? Like, look. Instead of just always being like, hey, yeah, you can totally connect. Like, look, even this would not work. And then I have to move the mouse around a little bit and suddenly it works. I don't know why the game is so weird. It could be so much like easier and nicer, and they just didn't make it be that way. Like, what they have is cool, but sometimes too annoying. Anyways, let's clear out the forest. Oh yeah, and sometimes you don't really see that you've chopped the tree down. You just have to wait for it to despawn. But hey, the fact that you can fly is pretty nice. Because sometimes that just gives you more perspective on what you're like looking at. Plus, the maps are pretty big. I feel like randomly generated maps would also work really nicely for this kind of game. There was this other game that I saw on a really nice discount called Infinite Rails. I think that was the name. The only problem I had with that game is that I started it and immediately it ran at like 50 FPS. It is still very, very early on in the development, right? And also this game doesn't seem to have like terraforming of any sort. That other one just straight up does, and that is really nice. I think my ideal train game would be a sort of, what would I even call it? Something like Transport Fever 2, except you can actually drive the train. Because Transport Fever 2 got the UI down perfectly. It was such a freaking cool game. And it also even had better building mechanics than this. Except you don't really have to take trees down manually in that game. But some might probably see that as a boon. Now for now, let's just head straight. And maybe up a little bit, right? 2% incline, we can deal with that. Now another cool thing is that your tracks are actually like properly illustrated in the map. Let's see, 200. Now, why does it get red the further away we go? Now, that's a little bit confusing. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. Like, it is serviceable, it works, but it can also be very, very jank. Oh yeah, you have to be careful because it's kind of easy for the actual tracks to just be like underground in some bits. Like this is very suspicious, right? And it might just derail the whole damn train. Whereas if you use the like free mode, all of your angles are gonna be weird. Which, to be honest, isn't probably like a big deal, right? I could just use the free mode. If nothing else, it adheres to the terrain a little bit better, sometimes. Other times it does whatever the frick it pleases, like look at this, come on. What is this? Meow. Probably like on this side where there's no like hill and stuff. A little bit like that. Hell yeah, we're making progress. Actually, when the lighting is good, the nature is also pretty. The one thing I don't really get is the weird like blurriness they have on the graphics. This does feel like someone made the game in like Unreal Engine 5 or something, and as a consequence it just looks horrible. Actually, what engine does this run on? Might have to check that out. Oh yeah, right, it pauses the music while in the background for some reason. This is on. I don't know why it does that. Anyways. Railroads Online Game Engine PC Gaming Wiki. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Of course it's gonna be all about like rail engines. God damn it. Nope, it doesn't even find it. Well, apparently it was upgraded to Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, that explains why it looks so bad. Damn. Nature is cool, the graphics are blurry though. Oh well. At least the devs are trying. And now we're gonna have a three-way switch. I don't think I'm gonna have that much, you know, like, space for actually going anywhere from there, but that's fine. And come to think of it, I could just place another one here to have options, you know? Various different rails. A thing I think this game does get absolutely right is that you can actually click these on the map. Like, how freaking nice is that? Oh my gosh. And let's finish up here as well. Yoink. Okay, these do attach, but I'm gonna have to go slow here, right? There, and I can easily, like, flip them. This is actually really freaking cool. It'd also be cool if you could more easily go back to laying rail, right? I guess you don't really do that like all of the time, but still. You do have some like extra clicks that you need that I don't think you would need. And there we go. Now, is there gonna be anything else on that far side that we need? Now we could do like a rail line right alongside the coast, except this seems like a little bit of a hilly area. But we could be able to get to the iron ore mine eventually. So I don't think we need like an even more of like a rightmost option. Then again, from here we could also just go along the side here and end up with like the coal mine or the iron works. I don't even think I need like 3 separate branches there. Oh wait, what the frick did I place? Yeah, another weird thing. Sometimes the game just places stuff. Even when you're like in the other menu. Like damn, someone just make this game in Unity and make it less weird. I don't know what to say. Might need to curve differently, but it's fine. Let's just do like a gentle curve. Yep. And then join it to this side. Yeah, at least it resolves curves pretty fine like that. So okay, that's the leftmost one. Sometimes the switches are a little bit buggy when you touch them in person, but that's okay. We'll probably be fine. Now, what about the rails on this side? I can't really... maybe I could climb that. Okay, no, probably not. Unless I had like a big-ass bridge. Kind of the same for that. I could just go frickin' straight over the giant hill. You know what? The middle one. Let's go like this, and then turn. Gosh, this is so buggy. What the frick? Okay, kind of a really quick turn, but it's gonna be okay. Now onwards to this place. We do have logs, right? Gosh, why are they so difficult to see? At least this alignment is perfect, right? If you find the little lock icon here, you're gonna place good track. Well, minus the elevation, but the elevation is a little bit problematic. Ah, that's fine. Whatever. And I technically could make like a bit that turns around here. But it would be a little bit awkward. So I could just like extend this, right? Just in case I have like really long trains eventually that need to be loaded. So I can, you know, just push them further down. Something like this. Gosh, I wish there was a better mode to like adhere to the train and make sure that no bit is like underneath and stuff. Anyways, there was one of them bumpers too. So this is the end. Oh, why is it curved like that? Oh no. And then we just need like a singular switch here. Let's do like a right switch over here. Oh, this might cause problems. Like, look at how close to the ground that is. I just hope that, you know, like the physics won't bug out. Because I've had that happen before. I had a whole train get derailed by a little bit of brush. Freaking crazy. Oh gosh, this is so broken. Just let me join the damn thing. What is this? Look at it. And look, if I go a little bit over here, I can suddenly like place it without issues. Like, what is this game? Nope, it just still refuses. And now it suddenly works. This is... There is no reason for it to be that like annoying and broken and frustrating. I don't get it. Like, if you're gonna make a game about trains, you might as well make the one thing that matters good, right? Then again, I suspect it's like a small team and they have limited resources, so they're just doing like the best they can, right? Oh, right, and I can't even go this far. Okay. Okay, this is also too far. I don't know how people play on like the super big maps. 'Cause damn. That's a lot of small segments of track you gotta place. Dear freaking God, why is this so bad? Okay, what if I go in like the other direction, right? Nope. Still freaking hates my guts. Why? Why are you like this? There's no reason for that to be 3 separate pieces. Grrr. Well, anyways, oh yeah, and we gotta take out even the little trees, otherwise they're just gonna derail us. Don't ask me why it works that way. I could not tell you. I don't know if I've even hit this. Oh, there we go. Now the good news is that there's basically no incline here, and Montezuma is gonna have a really good time with this. So we're gonna need to grab a bunch of logs. And so once we have grabbed the logs, we head back to this area. We have the switch set up here. And I think we just passed the depot, right? That line's mostly empty. Then we go to the side, and from here we head all the way over to the sawmill and just drop our stuff off. And yeah, you can see like the goods in and the goods out. And that should earn us a bunch of money, at least initially. Technically we could also go all the way over to the, where is it? Iron ore mine, right? Because we produce stuff here, we then grab it and then we bring it over. I don't know why you need like both lumber and beams for like the iron mine, but that's how it works, right? So technically, oh, we could go like the long way around. Like just put a switch here or something. But you know what? Let's start with what we have and then just make stuff up as we go along. So we are all good. Now, as you will notice, we have some very small, like, log cars. Are we full on water? Well, not yet. Holy frick, that took so long. That is insane. Anyways, here we go. Let's throw in some wood. %. So the locomotive itself is like fine, right? This is also the fastest like starter locomotive you get. They hopefully make the stream a little bit less slow. I would still like to make the trains a little bit less loud, like this. Okay. So what do we need? Well, there's an option to buy stuff, right? I could, you know, buy more locomotives. I don't really see myself using more than one at a time, though. Also, randomly, the cursor just goes bye-bye. How is something so basic so broken? Well, anyways. Eventually, we're gonna get, like, bigger trains. But for now, we can mostly just afford better, like, cars. So there's a flat car for logs. That's really good. Oh, skeleton log car. I don't know which of these would be better. Maybe they act largely the same. But this one's also cheaper. And eventually I'm gonna have like a lumber and beams, so I'm gonna need some of these. Which kind of sucks because they're small. On level 2, I will get the stake flat car. So for now, I feel like we just need the log cars. And get as many of those as we can, right? So that would be like, what, 10? We should largely be fine to pull these, you know? Just need to get enough space to actually rail them all and you know, connect them to the train. Okay, this is good. So what we do now is we just grab the cars and we rail them right behind the main engine. Actually, don't know which part is supposed to be the front, but then again, it's just trains. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we don't forget to disengage the brakes. Okay. This will take a while. But the good news is that we should earn a bunch of money, right? No, not that button. Gosh, I keep messing up the controls. Abba-ba-ba. Abba-ba-ba. There, that's the right one. I'm not really gonna use the small ones, just because they're different width and, you know, setting them up might be a little bit annoying. Oh, not like that. The other way around. All of those are largely good. Now, technically I could even place some in front of the actual train. So like 5 behind, 5 after. Because then it would be easier for me to, like, you know, physically see where each of the cars is. Because once it comes to actually like loading the trains full of stuff, it's going to be insanely freaking annoying. Now, the flying itself, a little bit buggy, but holy frick, I am so glad it's in the game. Now, I'm pretty sure we can, on level surfaces, pull up to like 20 cars. On a good day. So what, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, very good. So luckily we have the automatic coupling on, so we don't have to, like, you know, connect all of them manually. We just gently reverse. And you can see like all of them connecting. And boom, we have a train. Now, I don't actually know how fast I can go with all of these. So let's just try to find... Oh, wait. Right. The switch isn't set up properly for us going off of this side. There we go. And this should all be good now. Yep. I think I can also just sit on top of the train. Now, if I go too fast, I will definitely derail, but I don't know what the realistic limits are here, so frick it. Let's just hope for the best. Also, hi, Kanik. Welcome in. I'm being very irresponsible with trains. extremely loud train noises. Also, we're going straight through a forest, and I don't know when I should start like braking and everything. Okay, we're doing about 20 miles an hour. So all things considered, that is pretty fine. And let's go off the regulator now and just kind of coast. Nothing is derailing, and we're gonna be able to load this whole train up. I do wonder whether I set up the far side to be long enough to load it, but we'll find out. And now just smash the brakes, and we're kind of past where we should be. And just very slowly come to where we should be. Maybe a bit more. Now here is where the annoying part of the game kind of starts. The actual train held up nicely, the tracks are fine, but now we gotta load it, right? And to do that we use freight cranes. Which would be really nice, if not for the fact that I have 10 like cars attached to the train. Meaning that I need to line these things up at least 5 times and do it well, and yeah. The further onwards I go, but like loading the train up, the more difficult it's gonna be for me to see like the actual precise alignment. And that is gonna be a bit of a mess. Like look, again, I can kind of see that the edge of my screen, but that's about it. I sure wish there was a way for me to just like go to the, I don't know, management building or something and tell them, hey, load the whole thing up for me, please. I will even pay you to do that, right? I don't think this game really has much in the way of mods, but that would be such a good freaking quality of life feature. Either that or being able to like control the train remotely, right? So like me being able to stand here and tell, you know, it what to do. What are these tools? I guess this would be for like navigation or whatever. Or maybe looking around? Hello? Oh, that's like a compass. Okay. So, navigation, I guess. Anyway, seems like we're making some progress at least. Oh wait, yeah, it did load the car behind it. So I guess there's a bit of a catchment area. Does feel a little bit finicky, I'm gonna be real. And here we go. Just some more gentle braking. Meow. There. Now, kind of the good news is that if I don't like this like jumping around, I can at the very least build some platforms. Just to make it easier for me to run around, and that is good. Like one here, and then all the way to where we have like the train cabin. Just so that when I get like out of the train, it's easy for me to run all the way to the crane. Like, look, this is so much better. I don't even need to do like the flying. And technically I could extend it even further in case I feel like I want to go to the back, right? And there's also stairs, but I can just jump. It's fine. Odd thing, the cranes just freaking stopped loading the train. And yeah. When I was just a little bit out of the area. And okay, so this one can load both the front and the back car, I think. Whereas this one only loaded this one and stopped. It's just oddly inconsistent. I don't know. At least it doesn't ever like critically break where I couldn't load the train altogether. So that's something. Anyways, 2 more cars and then I'm good. No. And now we just have to hope that I kind of line it up properly, because, yeah, I ain't seeing anything from here. Is that it? Uh-oh. What if I set, like, little yard stickers or like, yard marks and stuff? Just so I know exactly where I need to stop. Like, this still isn't perfect. I need to go forwards just a little bit, right? Now, the thing is, I cannot align it to the locomotive, because that will move. I could, however, align it to the actual train cars. Yeah, I think this is fine. So now I just kind of go here. I look at the various markers, like rail sign? Oh, front wheel axle, maybe? Maybe I can align to that. There's various sorts of signs. Also entire buildings. Kind of cool. There's telegraph poles. Yeah, you know what? Front axle. Why not? There. And just so I don't forget what this means, I could go here and also place one of those carts, right? Oh, frick. There we go. A regular cart, and I'm gonna rotate it and put the sign right next to the axle, so I remember what this actually means. Hell yeah. Now I have both like an alignment marker and also instructions on what it actually means. And boom, again, align my trains properly. That is very big brain. Now let's do the same, just back up a little bit. And try to set up some additional markers. Okay, that's the second one. This is too much forward still. Okay. So I won the third and the fourth. That is quite spot on. And another marker for the axles. Up. There. Yeah, a little bit backwards still. Fifth and sixth. So that is 3, 4. A little bit more. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and... Oh, this is actually a little bit too far back. Okay. Now, another issue is that there's a little bit of slack in the train, which might sound a little bit odd, but when we go back, you'll probably notice a little shift, right? Okay, this is going forwards, right? And then I brake, and all of the wagons, they kind of almost like stick together, right? Because they have inertia, and they go towards the front of the train. Maybe a little bit back. It also feels like the length of these train cars almost doesn't quite fit. Like, look at this. This is not aligned. This is like near the back axle, and this is near the middle. Like, what? Well, anyways, this is it, right? The last marker we're placing, and then we're on our merry way. Anyways, the train is fully loaded, so let's get going. We can also interact with everything like in first person. There's the regulator, there's the reverser, and the brake. You don't really hear brakes screeching or anything like that, right? There's also the firebox. Yeah. There we go. And also a bell. There should be a horn too. Oh yeah, whistle. The bell is just doing its own thing. Uh-oh. I don't know how to make it stop. I think this is about it. A little bit shaky and stuff, but overall it looks pretty nice. Oh, frick, I hope that doesn't derail us. That is so freaking close. There's no way that's safe. I can technically also go out towards the front and kind of look here. And there's also old-timey lights, but they don't really shine that far. Oh right, I might be going maybe just a little bit too fast for this. I have no idea how I haven't derailed yet. But also, holy frick, the train is way too loud still. And now it just feels distant. Oh, yep, that's a derailing. I am drifting. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of additional work. Dang it. Well, I mean, it was kind of cool for a second. What if I just smash it in reverse and fucking yeet myself fully there? Surely something's gonna attach to something, right? Well... something happened. What exactly? I am at a loss of words for. What was wrong here? Oh, right. I had the wrong signal. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I should have had. Well, time to start fixing it. That goes forwards. Then we have the tender behind it, which is currently clipping some of the cargo. I also think the brake gets set whenever you re-rail something, so that's a bit of additional work for us. Luckily the cargo didn't go bye-bye. Then I'd just be like uninstalling right now. Then again, it was also kind of fun in the Rail Valley to just watch all of your hard work go bye-bye. Oh? Is it safe to re-rail on a frickin' switch? I don't think it is. But we are kind of at a loss of space. Because, okay, those didn't get derailed, this one more or less did, so yeah. Gosh. Like this? Oh, and all of these are leaving. The wood wants to go back to the forest. There we go. Brakes are off. Oh yeah, this is still open. Well, it's not like the water is gonna evaporate, so we're good. Now let's just collect the train, bit by bit. I don't think there is that much of a speed limit in regards to how quickly you can re-rail stuff. Surely. Just a gentle 15-mile-an-hour nudge. There we go. Perfectly normal train operation. And onwards to the sawmill we go. All in all, the remainder of the route should be pretty chill. And you know, we should probably have no serious issues along the way. Right? It would also be cool if you could just give like AI routes or tasks or whatever and tell it to just like go somewhere and it would do that. Okay, getting a bit of speed. We're kind of gonna go through like some forested areas and stuff. Here's hoping it's gonna go fine. Oh, that's a little bit close. Oh yeah, there's also this area where the track goes really close to the ground somewhere. Like over there. You can kind of see the outline. It is still above ground, so my hope is that this is not gonna matter. I guess we'll find out in like a minute. Just had some Coke and let's watch the train crash. Oh wait, no, this is gonna be fine actually. Now luckily unloading is way easier and stuff, right? Okay, is this set up? This is set up correctly, we're good. I don't know about this bit, it's a little bit contrived, but surely we won't derail here. Yeah, a little bit of shaking. But all in all, it's okay. I just hope that this is like the correct place where you're supposed to like unload stuff. Otherwise it's gonna be a little bit awkward. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, it doesn't let me unload. Yeah, kind of expected that. So this is the only platform that the sawmill has. Am I supposed to unload here? Oh, I can only unload here, like the little area that actually goes inside of the sawmill. Hello there, editing Chrissy here. Well, as much as any of these videos get editing. Essentially, I was doing this completely wrong. You see, I'm not supposed to drop these off here despite the game letting me. I found that out once I realized I have absolutely no money as a consequence of doing that. Now, the game wouldn't let me drop stuff off here because this is not the right place to do that. For whatever the frick reason, it lets me drop stuff off just in completely random locations, like just dump my hard-earned logs on the wayside, right? This is no different. This is also me just dumping them. So there is no little imaginary frickin' cart that would haul the logs into the sawmill, or, you know, like an ancient version of a forklift. No, that's not at all what happens. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go to this side and drop the logs here. Now the good news is that, you know, obviously this is like really freaking nice and you can drop a lot of them off at the same time. So that addresses my issue with like, you know, the way you unload stuff. The problem is that it is not obvious that this is how it works. Well, I did do the tutorial, but I kind of forgot about that aspect. And secondly, there is basically like no discoverability, right? You do get the little logs, but you wouldn't think that, oh hey, I just gotta throw the logs in and they're gonna get floated and stuff. Because like this thing, which I presume brings them in or some shit. It looks insanely steep. There's no way a log would go up that, right? I don't know. The game doesn't protect me from my own stupidity, and I feel like I just need better like UX and UI and discoverability, and the game could be better and it just isn't. Anyways, if you want to watch me suffer some more, I'll let you get back to it. Oh, that is horrible. That means I'm gonna have to unload this whole thing one car at a time. What the frick? That is so annoying. Dang it. Now maybe if I drove the train like really, really slowly. The only problem is that it actually loves to pick up speed. Even with really like slow movement, so I don't freaking know. Am I not properly aligned? This is freaking crap. Gosh, why? Oh, wait, it didn't even unload the whole damn thing. I am this freaking close to, like, rage quitting. Or rather, just going to look for games that are a bit nicer to me. I think what ends up happening is that the, collision makes the actual log go back in, right? It sees that it doesn't have enough space to be unloaded, and so it just pushes it back in. That is so freaking bad. Did the people who made this game actually, like, I don't know, test it? Because the idea is really nice and solid, but this is annoying crap. And you do need a frickload of money to actually do anything in the game, mind you. So realistically, you're gonna need like 5 or 6 loads like that to buy anything of value. Oh, of course a log went back in. Okay. And now I'm misaligned. You know what? Frick it. Stream over. This sucks. I don't know. I like the idea behind the game, but as it currently stands, it's just not enjoyable. Like, it could be so much better, and then it just isn't. I don't know. I guess I will see you in another stream or video. Maybe I'll find a game I actually like. Wow.